Challenge grabbing headlines will tell you the trend encouraging kids to go missing for days.
It's going to be a windy second half of the weekend. We've got high wind watches across the northern part of the viewing area, wind advisories across the southern half. I'll detail more on what to expect this weekend coming up here on News Channel 20.
Before the snow hits the ground, Storm Team 20 is tracking winter weather from across the country to here at home. We have the most advanced technology and the most experienced meteorologists in the area. This winter, trust Storm Team 20, your safest place in a storm.
Well, new tonight at 10, if you've got kids at home, listen up. Right now, a dangerous challenge is trending on social media, encouraging your kids to just go missing for hours on end.
Hard to even fathom. News Channel 20's Amanda Henderson's live in Springfield with more on this latest social media challenge. Amanda.
Well, imagine inciting days of panic, all because of a simple click on your social media. And that panic is the result of wanting a larger following.
I am mind blown about it. It seems extremely crazy.
A viral challenge.
This one's kind of scary.
That parents fear will become more than just a hashtag.
It's definitely something I think I'd be concerned about if I were a parent.
It's called the 48-hour challenge. And this challenge is easily accessible for anyone who has a cell phone or even on a computer, wherever you can have access to social media or social media platforms. It encourages building a social media platform by disappearing for up to 2 days at a time.
I mean, everybody tries to help find these children, and just disappearing for social media following is absolutely crazy to me.
All for points every time they are mentioned or asked about while they are missing. Something authorities say can present an even bigger problem.
There may be serious emergencies going on in our village, and we can't respond to them until we figure out or find the missing person.
And could incite panic for no reason.
Because this could take away from valuable resources from actual missing people or crimes that are being committed for a senseless act of trying to get attention.
Officials say if you do notice a social media post with the hashtag 48-hour challenge, to let them know immediately so they can go ahead and make sure they're ahead of the situation. For now, live in Rochester, Amanda Henderson, News Channel 20 at 10.
All right, Amanda, man, it's something you don't want to deal with as a parent. Now, authorities do say this is similar to the game of 72 that actually went viral in the UK back in 2015.
Coming up, it's almost time. Friday night hang time. Donnie Tillman and Carly Bell, they're going to have all the action from the hardwood in just a few.
Plus, tracking wet weather coming to Illinois. We'll be checking back in with our Doug Quick right after the break.
You can now watch News Channel 20 wherever you go using Stir. It's an app that works on your phone, tablet, or connected TV, and it's free. Download the app today. That's S-T-I-R-R. Stir. It's the green Hyundai Cam. You're watching ABC News Channel 20.
In your national headlines, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi threw down the gauntlet Friday regarding President Trump's promise to veto a forthcoming Democratic resolution.
The resolution would block Trump's attempt to use emergency powers to build his border wall. Now, Trump is vowing to veto it, but Pelosi says that won't affect her decision to put the measure on the floor for a vote. The resolution will very likely pass in the House on Tuesday.
Robert Mueller's investigation may soon be coming to a close, but it's unclear when. A Department of Justice official said that the special counsel's report is no longer expected next week. Once the report is completed, it'll go directly to Attorney General William Barr, who will have to decide how much of it to share with Congress.
And good evening to you. Happy weekend. Finally into it. I just wish the weekend weather would cooperate. Well, at least it's a weekend. Breezy, warmer conditions tomorrow. We'll see temperatures into the low 50s. As we finish out the weekend, though, late Saturday night into Sunday, we're looking at some extremely high winds. 45 to 55 mile an hour wind gusts will be possible during much of the day on Saturday. High wind watches now been posted for late Saturday through Sunday evening across the northern tier of our viewing area, the southern tier under wind advisories. They could be looking at winds gusting up to around 45 miles an hour. So there you go, sustained winds anywhere from 25 to 35 with those extreme gusts. So we can expect at least some wind damage, tree damage, maybe some utility lines, possibly even roof and siding damage could be possible. So fasten down those large trash receptacles so they don't blow out in traffic and get hit by vehicles there. And it could be difficult travel if you're out on the roads, especially on north-south roadways. Here's a look at the temperatures as we look out across mid-Illinois, pretty much in the mid-30s. Live Doppler indicating some showers out to the west. Tomorrow, rain and some thunderstorms. And don't forget, as you travel about tomorrow, keep the headlights and taillights on so other drivers can see you. That'll be followed with colder and windy conditions. Maybe a quarter of an inch to a half an inch of rain expected with this rain, this weather system as it passes across the area during the day tomorrow. So here it is, the weekend storm team forecast for tonight. 35 degrees, mostly cloudy skies with that rain moving in. 54 degrees, the expected high tomorrow. Rain, maybe a few thunderstorms there. Breezy conditions, and all of a sudden it gets windier by Sunday. Windy and cold. Temperatures only around 38 degrees. All of this with the Sutton 7-day storm team forecast. We'll see another slight chance of maybe some rain and snow on Wednesday. A little better chance on Friday with a high there at 43 degrees. That's it for the weekend. Everyone be safe. Have a great weekend. Stacy, back to you.
Thanks, Doug. You can get the latest forecast on our WICS weather app. The app can be found for free on Google Play and the Apple Store. Just search for WICS weather.
All right, stick around. Carly Bell and Donnie Tillman have highlights from state regionals and the Central State 8. That's coming up next in Hang Time.
Critical information quickly. Turn to the new and improved News Channel 20 News app, brought to you by A.B. Lauer Jewelers. Hang Time on News Channel 20, brought to you by Memorial Medical Center, a national leader in healthcare.
Playoffs are in full swing now for both boys and girls. Final Four weekend for the small school girls teams that are finally there. Welcome to Friday Night Hang Time. I'm Donnie Tillman.
And I'm Carly Bell. Hillsborough made history this past week after their win over Midwest Central, heading back to Redbird Arena for the first time in 13 years.
And that's where we start our highlights off tonight. The Hilltoppers taking on Chicago Marshall, the defending champs in Class 2A. Sammy Matus, well, she got things going early on. Watch the three ball go through for there. As the Hilltoppers have their offense working, Claire Tester down low, gets the basket to go. Hillsborough feeling pretty good about their chances. Second quarter now, Marshall still working, and they get the drive for the hoop. Then off the miss, Matus with the board and the putback. Toppers led by 10 at intermission. But in the second half, well, here comes the problem. It's Chicago Marshall, the defending champs. They did not give up. They start to press, they start to score. The long attempt here by Matus is no good. And in the end, it's the defending champs who rallied to win 50-41.
When one of their girls got tired, they immediately subbed her out and put in another fresh body. And later in the game, it started to wear on me a little bit too.
Well, I just got to remember to relax out there. I was definitely rushing my shot today also. And I just got to motivate my teammates because we can still get third place, and that's not a bad thing.
So the Toppers will take on the loser of St. Joe Ogden and Teutopolis. We'll pick things up in the first quarter. Off the miss here is going to be Peyton Crow, who knocks down the three ball in the left corner for St. Joe Ogden. Morgan Met to Claire Busher. Nice pass, a nice finish as T-Town scores down low plus the foul. More from the Spartans. Crow gets the jump or gets the floater to go. Sadie Bucher finds Busher for the bank shot. Teutopolis will pull away from SJO. They win it 50-31. They'll take on Chicago Marshall, and Hillsborough will get SJO tomorrow.
In Class 1A, Danville Schlarman was back at Redbird, hoping to make it all the way to defend their state title. First have to get through Lewistown, though. We start with the ND commit and Anaya Peoples. Up to Sydney Guard for the lay-in in transition. There it is. Toppers get the points on the ball game first. Lewistown, though, stays alive. This is a three by Hannah Burtis at the top of the key. No one there to guard her, and she knocks it down, nothing but net. We go second half now. Capria Brown shows some hands with the steal, takes it straight to the rack, and Schlarman is heading back to that state title game with their 58-41 win over Lewistown.
There's so many thoughts running through my head. I know for the seniors as well. Just, it's our last game. Our last game ever as high school players, so it's emotional. We're just gonna enjoy it and really just soak in the moment. We can't get it back, so we're excited, but we came to win.
Good luck to those Hilltoppers tomorrow. Speaking of Hilltoppers, Class 2A Country Financial three-point showdown. Hillsborough, Sammy Matus, fresh off playing 32 minutes against Chicago Marshall, was the last contestant in the Final Four. Sammy knocked down 12 of 15 three-pointers, but that would be good for runner-up because Red Hills' Caitlin Bowersock hit 13 of 15 threes to beat Matus, but Matus put on a good show. A round of applause for her as she will play for third place tomorrow. We're taking a quick time out. We'll be right back with small school regionals and more on Friday Night Hang Time. Welcome back. We switch things over to boys hoops now. Regional championship night in Class 1A and 2A.
Including out at Williamsville, where the Bullets are looking to win 4 straight regional titles. Have to get through Riverton first. It's the Hawks who come out blazing first, though. Look at the goose out of Williamsville.
I like that.
Isn't it great? Travis Hogan with the tray in the corner. Knock it down, but guess what? He's got another one. I'm not going to make a DJ Khaled reference.
You did, though.
Off the inbounds pass, knocked it down. He finished with 14 points, team high for Riverton. Griffin Keebler driving with the beautiful dish to Hayden Moore, who lays it in on the right side. And then Keegan McGann, he would hit 2 threes in 25 seconds. Here's one of them in the corner, but it's Riverton who plays spoiler. 39-31 the final score.
Also in Class 2A, Plains and Porta battling for the Pittsfield regional title. Nick Savage to Corrigan Greer. Long jumper is good for him. Ball movement inside to Joel Neerman. He gets the hoop and one. More from Savage. Coming up here. Goes to the corner. He's going to knock it down. Nice pull-up jumper is nothing but swish. Finally, Vaughn Toyne in transition. Takes it to the rack and scores, but it is going to be Pleasant Plains with the win 50-34. They're bringing home a regional plaque. Hey, GCMS and Monticello regional championship. It goes to the Falcons 63-52. Regional championships continue in Class 1A between Triopia and Calvary. Both looking for their first regional in about a decade. Evan Noggle, from the corner. Drains the 3-ball there. We're in Mason City. Everything's hype at Illini Central. Connor Bridgewater also alone in the corner. Also makes the defense pay as he drains a 3 and lets them know about it. Colton Larson left alone in the corner. Kind of, sort of, but you know what? The result's still the same. That's a 3. How about Sean Bell? He's going to get the 3-pointer. You see the trend here, but Triopia is the one that's trending on Twitter right now. They win at 55-39.
Over in Edinburgh, Central A&M and Tri-City regional title game. We start with Connor Heaton with the steal and then just takes it himself, lays it in on the left side, and then we go over to Dylan Cox, who drives through this defense. No one can stop him. Beautiful finger roll as well. We go to Griffin Andricks, making room underneath, and then it gets the hook shot on the right side. We go to Matt Martin now. Great pass over to Devin Martin, waiting in the paint for the easy bucket, and then Heaton right here. He misses, but Jacob Parody is there to put it back. Nice little touch. Cam, Central A&M, comes out with the win, 70-43. New Berlin hosting West Central for a regional title as well. West Central moving the ball. Cole Howard gets the bucket first inside. We go to Howard again. This time he's going to hand it off over to Drew Evans, who gets the layup on the left side. Lots of inside baskets in this game.
Well, the ball has to go inside the basket.
Thank you, Donnie.
Just saying.
Carson Reese with the sneaky pass to Sam Danenberg, who scores right there for the Pretzels. We go to Zach Brewer, who passes the ball, gets stolen by Gabe Cox, taking himself straight to the rack. West Central gets the win, 57-34.
Out west at Carrollton, it's Jacksonville Route taking on Western. Kyle Corgrove knocks down the 3. Then later, check it out, off the miss. Ball gets to Corey Ronan, and Ronan said, you know what? Let me try this 3-point game. He makes it go, nothing but swish. Jared Plunk driving, hits the floater in the lane, little stop, pop, and drop for him. Then finally, Easy-E, Eric Hively comes up with the steal, takes it himself, and scores. Jacksonville Routes bringing home a regional championship after a 61-48 win. Nokomis versus Neoga, and it's Skins who take it 60-31. Congratulations to Nokomis. Hey, we're taking another timeout. When we come back, highlights from the Central State 8 and more right here on Hang Time. Welcome back. We got even more basketball for you now. It's the final night for the Central State 8 basketball teams. Of course, regular season finales.
You can't get enough of basketball today, basically.
We got a long ways to go for March Madness, trust me.
Southeast welcoming in Normal U High, looking to close the regular season out with the win. And we start with Steph Sims, who had himself a day. Drives, lays it in. It was also senior night. LT was in a suit. I don't think I've seen him in a suit all season.
Wait till you get to state.
And then he shows the hand steal, takes it himself. They started on a 12-2 run out the gate. In transition, Terrion Murdoch, to Michael Tyler with the reverse. Wanted to go for the dunk, couldn't get it to go. Ball moving over to Alex Wood for three for the Pioneers. But Southeast does Southeast things. Final score 69-35.
SHG hosting Eisenhower. We're going to get things started with Brylan Phillips, who passes to Cameron Rowe. Rowe's going to knock down the tray right there. Then later, how about London Cook making the highlights? Pass it to Trent Whitelow from the corner. He drains a three ball. But the Cyclones had other ideas as they moved the ball around. It's going to be Joe Gustafson who's going to be the recipient. Gustafson, a little drive on the baseline and hits the jumper. Then it's going to be Isaiah Thompson. The pass to Charlie Hamilton. Hamilton, pull up, three ball is good. So are the Cyclones. They win 86-57.
On the north end, it's Lanphier and Glenwood. Last time these two met, the Titans won by 20 in January. Mackay Rose pokes the ball away. No look pass to Ty Banks, lay it in. They won on a 12-0 run. Luke Lennon, though, Lennon, I get his name wrong every week. Had himself a day. This one a floater in the lane. Give it to him again. This time a three. He had 4 threes in the first quarter. That's one's on the left wing. Time winding down in the third. Larry Hemingway to Banks for a three at the buzzer. Glenwood, though, sneaks away with this one. Final score 52-50. Rockets and Senators at Rochester. We start with Shane Miller. The layup, Benny Slater there is with the fancy finish.
Long.
That was pretty. Cade Eddington now fights through the defense to get the bucket. That's a tough bucket, too. And then Slater, the great pass over to Taryn Wallace coming in on the baseline. Ooh, that was pretty.
Dime.
Springfield gets the 20-point win. Final score 70-50.
How about some Apollo Conference action for you? The Tornadoes of Taylorville taking on Effingham at home. We'll get things started with Nate Thompson, top of the key, drains a three ball for the visiting Flaming Hearts, but Jace Bergschneider is going to lay out for the ball, find his teammate Ryan S., who gets to the basket and scores there. Parker Wolf, little layup for Effingham. And they score as the Flaming Hearts get the win on the road, 68-55. Charleston versus Mount Zion. We know who won that.